everyone. Welcome to Bill's Brunch, the daily morning show where we talk about the latest topics in pop culture. I'm Brittany Jones Cooper.
I'm Shannon Coffey.
I'm Allie Colbert.
And I'm Lucas Tim. Hi, everyone.
Guys.
Today we're going to talk about how Burger King is coming for Happy Meals in an unexpected way, and the next boss move in actress Regina King's career. Plus, social media influencer Denzel Dion joins the table, but first,
what better way to kick off the weekend than with some pizza? Joining us today is celebrity chef and restaurateur Donatella Arpaia, who's the force behind Provo Pizza Bar. The restaurant's next generation pizza shatters the paradigms of Neapolitan, New York, and every other existing style. Everyone, please give a warm Build Brunch welcome to Donatella Arpaia.
Hi. Happy Friday. Thanks for coming.
I'm
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Great. I come bearing pizza.
Oh, we're so
Yes.
excited.
For that, you're my favorite person
Right?
in the world.
Ever.
Let's take a look.
The weight of my heart is a pizza.
Of course.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my
Yes.
goodness.
Look at that.
Pepperoni.
Wow.
And the Regina.
Regina.
yum.
Queen Regina Margarita is actually
Yes, it's with buffalo mozzarella and cherry tomatoes.
Wow.
And
Yum.
Yeah.
these are, no matter how many, all pizzerias, these are the top selling
Always.
Right.
ones.
That's
Pepperoni
awesome.
and margarita. Yes.
Tell us about the Provo Pizza Bar.
So I just opened up my new location in the Provo Moxie Times Square last night. My other location is in Grand Central Terminal, and this pizza is really unique. I'm from Naples. My father was born there, and I studied in Naples, and it's kind of, you know when you go out to eat pizza and the next day you need to drink a lot of water because your stomach is blowing up? It's because people put a lot of yeast in their pizza, and it's very unhealthy. But this pizza rises over 3 days, very little yeast, so it's delicious, but it's very digestible and light. So it's like slow food, artisanal, with ancient grains from Naples, but in a
So I don't have
fast
to
food
feel bad when I
environment.
eat a whole pie.
You don't have to feel bad at all.
Oh, my
Actually, I
God.
think you get thinner when you eat.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
There's
wow.
no calories. It's
Don't
fantastic.
quote me on that.
So take us back through these two specifically. What do we see on
The Regina is buffalo mozzarella, whole milk mozzarella, Galbani cheese, which I'm a brand ambassador for. It's the best mozzarella in the world. Roasted cherry tomatoes and pepperoni. And obviously the toppings that I use don't have preservatives.
Let's take a slice.
And the flour comes from Naples.
Okay, I'll give you that.
And the rise is over 3 days. But just eat it.
Yeah, that's what I was like
wait.
letting you talk
It's
about.
kind of cruel to not give it to your audience.
Yeah.
That's
so-
why.
After the show, we'll
This-
share for sure.
Yeah, this
While
is
I grab
cool.
my slice, will you tell me, when was the moment you knew you wanted to be a chef, and how does your background influence
Sure,
you?
sure. So I started, I know you guys are millennials, but I started, I opened my first restaurant here in New York City when I was 26 years old after a brief career as an attorney. I practiced for 4 months.
Wow.
And, but I grew up in the restaurant business. And after my third restaurant, I opened up David Burke and Donatello, which was very well known. And I decided that I wanted to have the same kind of control in the back and front of the house. And then I went to culinary school full time. And then I started on the Food Network and became the head judge on Iron Chef America. So I love the food because it's a career that has taken us in so many places. 15 years ago, the Food Network didn't even exist.
Right.
So
Right.
Yeah.
it's a whole different world with food. But food is something, I'm Italian.
Yeah, it's in your blood.
It's kind of in my DNA.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up in my dad's restaurant where my crib was literally next to the dishwashing station.
Right.
So when you say you grew up in the business, I literally grew up in the business.
Well, I am half Italian and from the restaurant business too, but I did not inherit any of those skills, unfortunately. But I understand when you grow up in that world, you kind
Yes.
of live and breathe it, and there's something
Yeah, it's
about
kind
it.
of a way of life.
Way of life,
You know,
totally.
it draws you to it. And my happiest memories were around the table growing up, and I spent every summer in Italy. I was very blessed to be in Puglia, where my mother's from, in Naples. I don't know if any of you have been to Italy, but
Yes, the best.
I love that you're eating the pizza.
I'm still
It's
listening.
the best compliment when no one's talking and they're just eating. It means everyone.
amazing
The
when it's
food's
silent.
amazing.
Especially when
Silence is
A
golden
table full of
sometimes.
Italians, everyone's silent means the food's really.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm very passionate about, and I really think it's time for the next generation of pizza. Look, pizza is like the oldest food in the world. There's hundreds of millions of pizzas out there, and even bad pizza can be good sometimes, but I really think that the customer wants more today. And they deserve a better slice of pizza, not one that's made with, a ton of yeast and cheese that isn't really cheese, it's
Yeah.
byproducts. And even though you don't know it, you're just eating it, you feel better the next day. I'm putting the best ingredients and with age-old techniques.
Yeah. So you mentioned Iron Chef. You've
Yes.
opened restaurants, but you're also a mother.
I am.
Yeah,
I
we-
just had twins a
Twins.
few months
Oh
ago.
my God.
Crazy.
Yes.
So-
yes.
A few months ago.
Yeah.
A few months
Oh,
ago.
wow.
Yes, there they are. Emma and Noah. Yes.
Oh, they're so cute.
They're so
lucky to eat
cute.
pizza all the time.
Are they eating pizza?
No, not yet.
But the restaurant business is not an easy business. You're a celebrity chef as well. I mean,
How does one do it, right?
right.
The magic
I mean,
question.
I hate asking women that
Yeah,
question,
because
but
we don't ask men that.
but like it's like but more just being a parent and being a business person and a chef. Like how do you do it all kind of?
I think first of all, women are inherently better at multitasking
100%.
than men.
Damn straight.
That's why they should be president. I
Yeah.
believe that.
I'm very fortunate that from a young age I was extremely ambitious, extremely driven. I always knew I wanted to be my own business owner. I've never really worked for anyone except for like 4 months as an attorney. And I think that allows me flexibility. I mean, I work harder than anyone else, but if I want to go to my kids', spring performance, I'm going to go. I think in the way we work today, you don't have to, it's not a traditional, what I love about it, it's not a traditional 9-to-5 job. Right. So I try to make my own hours, I try to prioritize, and you learn to kind of compartmentalize and to be in the moment. So I'm able to switch.
Absolutely.
I think it's really important, like if you're having a bad day at work, no matter what, when you see those faces, you just kind of focus on that, and it's, I think I'm living
The
I think I'm living the dream. Very,
yeah.
very blessed, and I have a
It's
lot
something
of
you can pass on,
yes.
too.
I always keep a lot of gratitude and I don't try to be the perfect mom. I mean, I'm not the perfect mom, so I try to go easy on myself and be forgiving. That comes when you get a little older.
Yeah.
But when it comes to pizza, perfection.
Perfect.
Yes.
That's
Every
different.
time.
The pizza
That's
is
very
delicious.
different. Yeah, I'm easy on my kids, but you have to be a perfectionist when it comes to creating some. These are like my babies
Mission
too.
accomplished.
Everyone's like, "What's your favorite?" I don't know what my favorite pizza is. It depends on what kind of mood. I just created the black truffle artichoke pizza, which is if you're a truffle fanatic.
Me.
All right, well, you can come
People
on Monday and bring
either
that.
truffle, you either love or
Yes.
hate.
Very
True.
polarizing.
I love.
So that's why I decided not to. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have
Next
to.
time.
Yeah, Monday,
Next time.
Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever.
Come back.
Monday.
And
Book.
starting next week, Provo will be delivering. So.
Oh my goodness!
That's good news. Donatella, thank you so much
Yes.
for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
You can check out Provo Pizza Bar at New York City's Grand Central Terminal and its newest location at Times Square's Moxie Hotel.
Thank you. Well, guys,
midnight,
McDonald's
too.
is known for its beloved Happy Meal, but if you're not really feeling it, Burger King has the answer. The rival fast food chain is rolling out Real Meals or Unhappy Meals, a lineup of burger meals focused on real moods to help raise awareness about mental health. Take a look.
I can't believe my student loan. I'm never moving out of my parents' home.
Just got ghosted. Should've known. Pretty sure I'll end up alone.
They say I'm too young to raise my baby girl. Take your opinions and suck it, world.
Wowza.
That
Way
makes
to-
me feel weird.
Way to bring it down, Burger King.
I like it. I think it's really funny.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I was like, I mean, it's weird, but like when sometimes I'm just so surprised because I assume all of these brands are so like corporatized and clean that
Yeah.
like when I hear someone on one of these commercials being like, suck it, it just makes me feel like, yeah, the world's changing.
Okay.
I don't know why. And look, I don't think this is to establish like long-term brand loyalty, but it's fun. And if I like pass a Burger King and see someone with like an evil meal, I'd be curious to like peek in.
Yeah. I had like the opposite reaction.
Really? What did you
Yeah,
think?
because they partnered with what was it, Mental Health America, and it was to raise awareness because it's Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yeah.
And I just feel like there's like a lot of other ways they could have done it. And for me, this sort of cause-based marketing can get really murky really fast. And it's like, are you just profiting off of people's emotions,
You know,
or
I
it
know-
feels weird?
I feel like people just want to say that though. Like, do you really think that they're trying to like make sales from depression?
It kind of looks
I
like
mean-
it.
But isn't this the culture that we all make jokes about? Like, I want to go do that, like, off
Yeah.
myself. I don't want to leave. Like, that just seems like what
I mean, this is the thing. I think you eat Burger King to eat your feelings.
Yeah.
So if they're acknowledging the variations of feelings, hey, you're just eating for that specific feeling. Who knows? I mean, I would think if I'm McDonald's, they'd be like living it right now, being like, yes, we are the Happy Meal. But, you know, I guess hearing Allie's point, I can see that and open my perspective a little bit.
Did any of you like it?
I really like the song. They reused the original Burger King song, and I do think it's super catchy, and I've seen it 3 times now, and I was just singing it. I wish that they would give you, like, as someone who has anxiety and depression, I'm like, do I get a discount? Like, that would be dope. Like, if I could be like, hey, my sad ass is going to Burger King, and I get to eat for, like, 50 cents. Then I might get into it.
That would be
That-
mental health awareness.
yeah.
month.
Yeah.
That would be
It's
like if you have a
free food. Free
Oh,
an
but
anxiety
everyone
attack.
would abuse that.
Or even if like a certain like $1 off of every one of these meals goes to like
Oh,
Yeah.
to
yeah.
charity for
That
mental
would've
health
been smart.
awareness.
Oh, yeah.
They did say that they're donating to Mental Health America, but an undisclosed amount. But I feel like if you're going to bring in like this, make this a marketing campaign, actually make your buyer, like your customers, engaged in it. Like, oh, I'm buying this. This is helping to raise awareness, or this is going to help fund something. I don't know. It just feels like a really selfish campaign to me.
Yeah,
for
I
them.
love that idea. They should totally they should be listening to you and just take
Yep.
your idea.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Brittany, have you thought about working in marketing and like
For
consulting?
Burger
All the time.
King?
For
Yeah.
Burger
Yeah,
King.
for
For
Burger King
Burger King.
specifically.
This did, before I knew it was a Burger King commercial, I was kind of like, is this like a cool PSA to allow people to like drop the mask of happiness? And at the end, like you are being sold the product and it kind of like cheapens it. But I do wish that there were more commercials that were fun and like interesting that address just like us being more authentic about all the feelings that we have, which could be, you know, very dark ones like depression or just being like, fuck you, I hate that you're labeling me. What did they label that poor girl? Skank?
Right.
Yeah.
Who even says skank anymore?
I know.
Were there like 84-year-old women in that locker room being like, skank? Get weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good insult though.
Skank.
Is it? It's like from the 90s.
It reminds me of
it
Mean
sounds
Girls.
good.
But then, yeah.
Like Army of
Yeah.
Skanks.
Army of
Skank.
skanks.
Like a super
Skank.
old.
Yeah, I prefer being
I think
called
it
a
makes
slut.
you look worse than the person you're trying to label.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. It reminds me of the IHOP move when they were doing the burger thing. They
Oh,
changed
right.
it to IHOP.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like all these companies kind of like quick grab, not really to do anything other than get your attention.
Yeah. And I get it. Who can compete with McDonald's? I mean, it's international. Everybody loves it. It's so recognizable. You have to
I mean, spoken by the most loyal McDonald's
I am.
consumer out
I've
there.
had McDonald's in years.
Really?
Really?
Years.
Oh, I have it like at least once a month, probably.
Wow.
At least more than that.
Yeah,
No,
you
you
might
guys
be
are
right.
amazing.
You
I
walked
have
in
you
with that
come in.
breakfast
Yeah,
sandwich a
it's
couple
every
times.
week.
I have not
Yeah.
had a bacon, egg, and cheese in a month.
I don't know. I saw you eating a hash brown the other day. Also, I'm like, hash browns are $1. You could not pick me up a hash brown. You know how
So
much
that's
I
what
love
this
it.
is
Yeah.
about. That's why you're coming for
I'm
me.
just gonna throw you under the McDonald's bus because you never picked me up a hash brown.
Yeah. Once a month.
Anyway.
That's my story.
Netflix has bet on yet another shining star for a first look deal, actress Regina King. The Oscar-winning star and her production company will produce series and films for the platform over the next several years. On the opportunity, King said, "I am beyond thrilled to join the Netflix family. They are at the top of their game, and as an artist, I am so excited to come and play in this wonderful sandbox they have created for storytellers." I think this is so phenomenal for Regina King as we've seen her grow from Miss Congeniality to being an Oscar winner to now being an owner of a production company, which has a first look deal on Netflix. I think it's a huge deal. It's a lot of money. And I don't know if you all know, she was on a Netflix show called 7 Seconds. Only lasted a season.
Only lasted about 7 days.
Only lasted about 7 seconds, but she did win an Emmy for it. But so it's cool she's coming back very triumphantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of hers, and I think she's the perfect person for this deal because she represents so much in the Black community, especially in terms of longevity, the projects she picks, the way she supports women. You know, we know a couple months ago she said that for all of her future projects, she's going to make sure that it is 50% women on her staff, which is huge. And she called on other people in the industry to make that same commitment. So not only is she successful in winning Oscars, she's like pushing the dial and making other people be inclusive and open. And I just think she's a powerhouse. I mean, she's been acting her entire life, and for her to still be so relevant and so on point is like a true feat. I really feel like she never gets the respect she really deserves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's definitely underrated.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
100%, but I think this deal is going to change things
Huge.
for her. I love that she has been in the business forever and that maybe people think this is unexpected. And I didn't even know that she directs so much.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
she's directed episodes of Insecure, of Shameless, of This Is Us. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's amazing.
Like, I'm really embarrassed to say, like, I slept on Regina King.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't really know that much about her until this story was assigned and I read about her. But, like, yeah, I was sleeping on her, and I'm sure a lot of other people were sleeping.
Yeah.
I think I changed when a lot of like mainstream culture changed, which is American Crime, which she was a guest starring actress in that first season and then became a supporting actress. She was so good on that show that was on, it was like ABC's like really dark drama, and she was so phenomenal on it. That's why I was like, wow, she is incredible.
Right, but she was in Boys in the Hood.
course.
She was in Poetic Justice. She was in Friday. She was on 227 back in the day,
Well-
which I watched at Nick at Night. Like, she is iconic in so many ways.
Speaking of which, have you guys ever seen her and Jack A and Watch Thomas Live drunk?
Oh,
It is one
God.
of the best pieces of late night television ever. Go watch it. They are so shit-faced. It is hysterical. The two of them, and Andy is just dying. I mean, they just drank way too much. It's all respect to Regina King, but it's really, really
But I think
funny.
she likes to cut up. I've seen, like, she's
Yeah.
really
We're like,
friendly.
she's amazing. Lucas is like, check out this cookie her plastered. It just feels like, you know, every day, like, we talked about the Obama's Netflix deal and, like, Regina's Netflix deal, and it's like, the four of us are here, and, like, Netflix just keeps announcing these deals without even thinking about us. Like, we could
We've
do
pitched
so much.
so many
do
ideas.
so much. Like, we're here every day.
It'd be great. I mean, the cool thing about the people that we just listed, they have put in decades and decades of work. So we have some time. I mean, you know, we're still like, we're like halfway fetuses, and you guys are like, embryos.
Little
So
embryos.
we got time.
Yeah, we got time.
Little zygotes.
Well, guys, speaking of time, now it's time for a new segment we like to call Candid Coffee. Well, each week we will answer a question that comes from you, our viewers. The question can literally be about anything. If you want us to answer something, tweet us at Bill Brunch. Now let's get candid. Here's the question of the week. I'll pick this one. If you were wrongfully put into an insane asylum, how would you convince them that you're actually sane and not just pretending?
Oh my God. I've actually thought of this.
You have?
Yes, ever since, and Shannon will back me up, American Horror Story Asylum. Ever since I saw that
I brought
season,
that up to you.
You brought that up to me too, and Allie. I thought we're just American Horror Story connected. When Lana Winters,
Right here.
You guys have other connections.
we have other
Yeah,
good. That's all we got. No, forget it.
Yeah.
When she gets wrongfully put in the insane asylum, and you have to think like, what if you're in that situation? And I think the best thing to do is just be normal, do everything they say, and eventually just like they'll be like, oh, clearly he's fine if he's just normal walking. Yeah.
If you don't mind, this is exactly what I was gonna say. What I've learned from the OA season 2, which could be our thing, Shannon. And we have other
Watch
things
it.
too.
Okay, puzzles. We're gonna buy them and do them together.
Is that you have to go along with the treatments.
Right.
You can't buck back and say you're not gonna do the treatments. The only way to get out of there is to show you're gaining progress their way. You have to play along, my little
agree.
brunchies.
Right, but don't they drug you? Like every show I've watched, as soon as you go in, they start medicating you. So you might think you're being normal, but you're medicated. So my whole thing is like, my first step is to figure out how to like swallow, but not swallow the medication.
Oh.
Well,
Because I gotta be clear-headed. I gotta see those opportunities. I gotta be able to like react. And those things slow you down.
just take the pill between your back teeth and then pull it out.
Yeah, where are you gonna spit it though? I feel like they find them and then
Yeah.
they're like, you haven't been taking your little meds, and then they jam them in other places, and you're like, well, now I'm screwed.
Yeah.
I think I would just lean in, and I would be like the queen of the insane asylum, and I'd be like the the craziest ones, and
Is
I
that
would
this
start
show?
a riot.
Yeah, I think
Yes,
that's the
this
show.
is the show. I just feel like it's a home, it's a roof over my head. They're gonna give me mashed potatoes.
Wow.
Yeah, you're not
So
paying
I'll
rent.
just-
Such
It's
an
yeah.
optimist.
I would just go for it and try to like make friends with them and be like, please get me a TV with streaming services and
Right.
try to make it like just
You know
comfortable.
what? I think what I would do is I would befriend the craziest person in the asylum, which would be Shannon, and then it would make me look more sane, and they'd be like, you know what, we should just let Brittany go.
Yeah, you know what I would do to help you is I would just constantly be trying to murder you, and they'd be like, we gotta get this sort of sane girl out of here because this really crazy person keeps on trying to stab her with a toothbrush that she's sharpening.
Yeah, you need an ally in an
Yeah.
asylum, and that's
I'll
what we
be there
got.
for you.
I think I would probably use, and I'm gonna speak for Lucas too on this one. We would probably just use sex.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Second, I'm alone with any sort of guard.
I mean, if
Just
there's
on butts.
any way you can sort of work in some titty action.
Anyway, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's my go-to.
Is that your
You
move?
guys are
Yeah.
so overly confident about your. I mean, if you're actually sane, are you gonna be that good at sex for these
Right.
guards? They're having sex with real crazy
Actual
people.
Oh, right. They want.
people.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna judge
and
you. That
actually,
wasn't that
crazy
good.
people are so much better at sex.
the best legs.
Right.
They're the
Right.
best legs.
Yeah, they really are. Well,
Don't you underestimate
Yeah.
me.
Don't underestimate us. We are insane when it
all
comes
right,
to
well,
it.
we'll test it out later.
On Bill Brunch, the after show on Pornhub.
Woo! Oh, Pornhub, please sponsor us. I love
Please.
Pornhub, please.
You can be open about masturbating. It's
Yeah.
2019. It's okay to pleasure yourself.
Yes.
Great, 100%.
It's
Yeah.
fine. Why are people so ashamed? We're sexual
They're not
beings.
ashamed. 50% of our audience is masturbating right now.
Yeah,
For you, I see you.
Beautiful.
I see you.
Yeah.
I see you.
It's why we don't have cameras showing the audience because we respect your privacy. But I'm so honored that you masturbate to this show every day, Monday through Friday at noon.
Viewers like you make it all happen.
Yeah. And now it's time for our next guest. Whether you know him from his YouTube channel, Fashion Line, Viral Makeovers, or Straight No Chaser Rants, Denzel Dion is one of the most influential social media stars, and he's nominated for Breakout YouTuber of the Year at the 2019 Shorty Awards. Here to tell us more is Denzel Dion.
Woo, woo, woo!
Woo!
Hi. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, Allie.
Hey, look.
You're in the center.
Welcome.
Denzel.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
You want some pizza?
Want a pizza?
Yeah, please.
I'm on a diet.
There's no
Look at
calories.
I
you.
want you
It's
to reward
fine.
yourself. You were nominated.
I know, but the way it works, like, if I even breathe the pizza, I gain weight. So, you know, we're not going to do
Okay,
that.
we'll just
Yeah.
blow it away. Blow it away.
Perfect,
Okay.
blow it away.
Well, please tell me, how did you feel when you found out you were nominated for Best YouTuber, Breakout YouTuber?
I was first I thought it was a prank, okay? Because I saw like the tweets and I was like, okay, what are y'all saying? Like my heart was just beating so fast. Because I just feel like for some reason I just feel like I'm never like recognized for my work. So like when I got nominated, I was like, hold up, what's happening here? So yeah, I was actually it's like I felt like I was nominated for a Grammy or something. I was like, oh my god, like I was calling everybody, but yeah, so I'm happy that I was at least nominated.
Yes,
so
congratulations.
exciting.
Yeah, that's really
So
awesome.
nice, thank you.
And what are you most excited for going to the Shorty Awards?
Winning? No. But no, I'm just excited just to be there, just to be around like amazing creators, and it's just so weird to see like someone from online, like in person.
Yeah.
Like even people see me, oh my god, you're so tall. I'm like, I know. But yeah, that's just pretty much it. Just being around the people who make videos online, and that's it.
So you actually honored to be nominated, or you got your winning speech already written?
The day I was nominated, I already like wrote my speech.
Right.
So you know what I mean, just manifesting. But yeah, I'm just very happy to even like be going because I've never been before.
And do you know what you're gonna wear yet?
Oh yes, my outfit was very last minute, but last minute gives me pressure, so she's very cute.
I'm excited. Any little hints? You want to share something? Want to tease something?
I mean, I'm wearing all black.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. You know, black is sexy.
Yeah.
We love
I
black.
can see you right now. It's working. for you.
Oh my
I was
god, I
hoping
didn't
something
know.
sheer.
Yeah.
Something sheer.
Oh no.
Nipples are in. No.
Nipples are always in.
Yeah.
No.
I would put extra nipples
We love that.
if I was you.
We love extra nips.
Sheer and just like a row of nipples.
Imagine Coachella 2020.
Oh,
Yes.
let's do it. Okay, let's
All
go.
right. Okay, that's a go.
Well, Denzel, you got your start on Vine, right?
Yeah.
So do you ever miss that app? I actually miss it a lot.
I miss it a lot, but like what people tend to like not get is like the reason why they took it off is because people weren't using it. So it's one of those kind of things like, oh, you missed it because it's gone, but when it was here, you didn't appreciate it. So, yeah, I still appreciate it when it was here. You know,
Right?
deep. Ooh,
Yeah.
maybe it's too
Oh my
deep.
God.
Sorry. Yes, because like with Vine, like I was one of those people too. I was like, this app, I just used it for fun, but it was becoming too businessy for me.
Yeah.
And I was still in high school. I was like, I'm focused on high school. You'll be back, but you'll be here, but it wasn't there. So, yeah, I kind of miss it a lot. Even when I still watch like Vine compilations to this day. It's just so funny.
So fun.
Just like 6 seconds is quick, easy. Like it was just so, like so many things happened from Vine. So many like songs even like blew up from Vine.
It was the real test of like how funny you are, how clever you are.
And that's the reason why I did. I was like, let me see if I can be funny in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
I know I'm funny in real life, but let's see if this can transfer online.
But luckily
So,
we have YouTube, and you've been able to shine on YouTube.
Yeah, oh my God, thank you.
So when you look back at like from where you started to now, are you in awe?
I am in awe. I think about it like every day. It sounds very cliche. But I do, because I remember YouTube was still out, obviously. When I did Vine, I was like, I can never do YouTube, okay? I'm just used to going to my bathroom, recording for 6 seconds, and then posting. For me to get a camera, get lights, edit, not me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, people shame me for this, but I still edit on iMovie. I haven't even got to Final Cut yet, okay? I am still using, yeah, because first, who's paying for that, okay? And
People
second,
throw so much iMovie shade. It does the job.
it does the job. I mean, it got me to where I am today, and I'm still gonna use it, period. So.
Yes.
That's pretty much it. But yeah, YouTube is a whole different world, a whole different realm. And I feel like with YouTube, I like it because even though it's not 6 seconds like Vine, I could just talk for hours.
Yeah.
So I just love just sitting down in my, my studio and just talking to the camera like there's an audience,
And you've collaborated with some other top YouTubers like Jake Ryan and the Dolan twins. Who are some of your dream collaborators?
I don't really have any like dream collaborators, but who would I collaborate that I like? That's just so
Maybe
funny.
you've already done it.
Yeah. Like my best collaboration so far, I mean, always with my best friend Ricky, always.
Right.
But I just did a collab with Bremen Rock, and oh my God, I watch that video all the time, and we're just so funny. Like we were just sitting down, we were just talking. Like the video maybe like 17 minutes, but that was like a 2-hour ride, and I had to like cut it down very short. Who would I want to collaborate with? I don't even know.
Like Beyonce, if she just wanted to do a YouTube video.
Oh, I couldn't even breathe. Okay,
Do you see his eyes? He's like,
She
"Don't
would
even
walk
say
in and
that."
you passed out.
yeah, no. If I ever got to do a drive video, I'll do a drive video of Rihanna. Come on, like Rihanna, I feel like that's like my good girl. Like I feel like, hey girl, like, Beyonce's like, why are you sitting in here? Like, girl, like what?
Why are you breathing my air?
Exactly. Why am I breathing your air? So that's pretty much it.
Well, so besides your personality, you're also an actor. You're starring on Stuck, which is on the digital network Brat. What's it like being a part of that show?
I love being a part of that show. That show is actually so fun to be on. I was so nervous. Like sometimes when it comes to acting, I'm so nervous because it's like with doing social media and stuff, I do things like my way, but now you have to follow like a structured thing someone else's way.
Right.
And it may sound easy, but it's like not easy at all. But I just really do like that show. I liked filming it. My God, there was like, Denzel, it's time for you to go. I'm like, I'm staying on set. I'm staying on set because I just love like the atmosphere, like everybody, like the behind the scenes people are like the funniest people ever.
Right.
It was just so cool.
And you play Calvin, who's
I
best
do play
friend to
Calvin
Fiona.
Chambers. Yes.
So like, what's been like the fun parts, maybe the hard parts playing like another person?
For me, really getting into like the emotions because I am not like I'm an emotionless person. Not like that I'm an emotionless person, but sometimes I just can't
Deal.
Yeah, sometimes I can't like sympathize like with like the serious scenes. I laugh. Like anything that goes serious, I just have to laugh because sometimes I can't take myself serious. And especially to Fiona, like that's like my friend off camera.
Right.
So just us doing serious scenes, like sad scenes together, it's honestly we laugh. Like it took like 1,000 times to get that right. I'm like, girl, don't look at me like that. Like look away. So yeah.
And so you mentioned before Coachella. One of your most famous videos, Best Dressed and Worst Dressed at Coachella. Like the one you did last year, I fucking loved it. You just roasting the other YouTubers. So what do you see like as the craziest trend you saw from this year and kind of going forward? What are you liking? What are you not liking?
The trend this year was like assless chaps.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on with that, but that's what it was. It was just, one day is fine. 2 days, okay. 3 days, you're really pushing it.
You're really pushing it.
So that's just what everyone's ass was just out. I mean, I was here for some of it. Sometimes some I wasn't, but like.
Are the Coachella gays getting too powerful? Maybe is that
the thing with the Coachella gays? They just. They are just so funny because I just be like, okay, you do you. I could never do that, but you do that. So yeah, I mean, more power to them, but I could never.
Yeah.
I feel you.
And speaking of trends, you also have a sold-out fashion line, Dion.
Oh my God, thank you so much, Dion by Denzel.
Yes. Tell us about that.
First, cause I had like merch like last year, and I don't like the meaning of merch. You know what I mean? Cause it sounds like I want someone to wear my shirt, and I'd be like, oh, okay, this is a cool shirt. Not, oh, this is like Denzel Dion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't want my face on a T-shirt. I'm not dying. You know? So I don't get that. Like I would never walk. You know, people have their shirts, their faces in the front and in the back, and it says their name, and it's just like it's too much.
You're still here.
And you're still here. You're still breathing. Let's calm down.
Yeah.
So this year I wanted to just make something like more like classy, like more edgy that YouTube has never done. So I love Dior or whatever. So my last thing was very Dior inspired. So you know how Dior is Dior.
Yeah.
I did Dion. I flipped the R, made it to an N, and it did well.
Love it.
And then I made it like diamonds and stuff because before it wasn't like everybody was just print on. I'm like, I need something extra.
Right.
Yeah.
So we gave her some crystals, and she was the go.
Absolutely. And you've done so much, of course. So what's next for you?
What's next for me? More Dion by Denzel's coming out. It was supposed to come out, but I was like, I need more. I need. So that also podcast. Yes.
Oh, great.
I'm getting into the podcast world. I just love hearing myself talk. I could just talk about anything. So I really do want to do a podcast. And that's pretty much it. Acting will be very soon. You know, she's taking classes. You know, she's not there, but she will be there. And that's it. Just live my life and losing weight, and that's pretty much it.
You look good.
Thank you so
look
much.
great.
So
We
Like,
love you.
I look so. The thing is, like when I was at my biggest was like 410. Like at 410, I was like, damn, I'm so sexy. Like
Right.
at my biggest, I was like so confident. But the thing is, just like at a point, I'm just gotta be healthy. Like being 410, like at 18, yikes. You know. So, but no, I love my body now. But yeah, I just want to get a little slim here. That I want to be able to the point where I could go to a place and I could shop in a store.
Yeah.
If I could travel somewhere and I don't have no suitcase, but I can shop there,
Right.
I'm there. So that's
Right.
pretty much it. You know what I mean?
That's a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't feel like packing. Let me just go to, let's say I go to Miami. Let me just go shop there. See, when I can do that, then we're good.
Love
Love
it.
it.
Love
Well,
it.
so excited. Thank you so much for being
Oh my God,
here.
thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. This is so fun.
And everyone, make sure to stream the 2019 Shorty Awards this Sunday, May 5th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to celebrate Derby Day tomorrow in New York City, head to www.derbyday.nyc for details. That's all from us. We'll see you on Monday, same time, same table.